Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you've been watching the recent videos, you know I've been going through the collection again. I just need to get all this stuff sorted, photographed and put into boxes. I might be having to move house at some point in the near future, so I just want to know that everything's sorted. Doing a bit of a clear out as well. I said in some of the past videos I might photograph everything I'm doing. I just don't think that's going to be possible. But where I'm picking out stuff which still needs to be photographed and it's kind of interest and fitting with the channel, then I will show it again. Like I say, there's a few in here which I know have been on at some point over the last year or so, 2 years, whatever. But it's still some nice stuff to have a look at, but like I say, I won't be doing absolutely everything. There's just too much fiddly stuff to mess about with. But you know, once I get these in boxes and photographed and that's it, I can kind of move on. So, but yeah, we'll just start off as we need to go along. This is my last Invicta. I've had a few of these in the past and sold quite a few. Yeah, obviously this is the last one I kept, and even though it looks a bit ropey with the paints and what have you, I kept it because it's probably the best out of them all. Simply because a lot of these 59s, they had the custom grill bar glued over the grill, whereas this one's you know, if I was going to build it, I mean the intentions were I was just going to do it bit of a stance, bit of a rake, chrome reverse wheels on wide whites, and just make it a nice clean period custom. Don't know if it's going to happen at the moment, but yeah, just you know, I think if I had a choice, I think I prefer the 60, but I don't think I may have had one in the past many years ago, but that went with everything else. But yeah, this is a really clean builder, is this one. A bit of clean up to do on rear bumper where Continental kit's gone, but that's no big issue. It needs re-chroming anyway, so a bit of sand in there. Got all the extra custom bits which were hammered onto it, like Continental kit and, you know, some louvers and fins and what have you. But yeah, nice clean kit, this one. Yeah, going to be a tough decision on that one. I'm just going to throw that in the bag while it's still there. But yeah, pretty much curbside as all the 59s were really. But yeah, nice on that. But yeah, that'll be packed up soon, or at least catalogued, and we'll know where it is. Another one, which, I mean, like I say, I think a lot of these which I'm showing in this video have been on channel before, but yeah, Johan 59 Dodge promo. I think my plans with this was to do a two-door police car. I know they did them because I saw one on that an original one in that big Mopar auction from a couple of years back. Really fancy doing it like that, because it wouldn't be with that police car which I saw, it still retained all the trim, so it would have meant keeping the trim on and not having to shave that off and ruin the body. Like, just got one of these falling off, like, but I'm not going to mess around with that too much, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, another one I really wanted to do. Again, not too sure the fate of this one, but you know, I've had a few in the past, like, and you know, if I sell this one, I know I'll never see another one again. But yeah, and if I keep it, I'll see another 3 next week or something. But yeah, really nice. Probably detail it up. I think I was gonna get one at 50 AMC 58 Plymouth, just to, I know interior wouldn't have been fully accurate, but it probably would have fit in there, and used it for its chassis properly. Yeah, I wouldn't have been fussed about keeping the old XL chassis on there. But you know, chrome's nice, you know, if you wanted to build it as stock or whatever. You know, chrome on wheels is nice, and you know, rear bumper's showing a little bit of mottling, but you know, it's in pretty good overall shape, to be quite fair. Thought he was missing tail headlamps, but you know they're in there. So yeah, another nice one, like keeping with 59 sort of theme on that one. Got a nice 60 Mercury. Had a few of these. This has got the marbled. Well, I think it looked marbled, but I think that's just really been heavily smooth. It's got decals, had decals on at some point. Yeah, it's not the marbled finish, but yeah, it's just a bit yellowed between it. Missing tail lights, but you know that's not a big issue to rectify, so to speak. Got windshield frame there, convertible boot in there and stuff like that. Really nice front and rear ends on these. Really do like them, to be quite honest with you. Got a couple of other hardtops still in the collection, sold a couple. I think this is my last convertible, so to speak. Really clean builder, to be quite fair. It will make a nice little project. Well, this one at some point. Yeah, nothing's been glued on it really in the past or anything. Looks like I say, it just looks like decals have been on it at some point and stripped, and yeah, but yeah, very clean is that one. Nice kit. Try and move that camera up. I feel like it's far too close, that thing. Yeah. Another convertible. This is one I got in a lot, probably last year at some point. Body's actually really nice. There's nothing else to it. Someone's sort of stretched a 58 Chevy roof onto there. See an underside, you know, quite a bit of work's done to that, but to be honest, I'll probably, you know, I think if anybody was to do it, you're probably best just putting a windscreen frame on that. That's the other one. Yeah, you're probably best off just making a windscreen frame, or putting a completely different roof on it and making a custom. But yeah, pretty rare kit. Like I say, the body's pretty straight, to be quite fair. You know, a bit of get all this junky primer off here, like, and you know, you'll end up with quite a nice body. But I think that'll be destined for somebody who's a bit handy with custom work. I don't think that's going to ever see stock form again unless you've got a lot of spare parts for that. So yeah, that's another 60. Yeah, it's another one we've probably seen. I've had this so many years now, kept it for so long, like, just because it's a really nice clean example of the original 64 Chevy Impala convertible. This is one with a working front and rear tail lights, so to speak. You know, they're all in there. Built with a little bit of a hopped up injection system on there, or whatever. Comes up. Kept that boot rack with it. It's a really nice boot rack. Yeah, not too sure what I'm doing with this one, but if I sell it, I might have to pay the Bailey tax, and I might have that. Like, I'm not too sure. But yeah, interior's nice and straight on that. I do actually have. This is another thing I've kept for years. I don't know where it came from, like, coming a lot, but this is pretty much all the parts for a convertible. I don't think it has like the chrome and everything, but if you wanted to make a convertible out of a hardtop, you know, you've got a convertible roof in here, the convertible boot, the convertible interior, which I'm assuming is a little bit different to the stock to the hardtop interior. Not too sure. I haven't compared them. Hadn't really thought about it too much, but yeah, quite a lot of the original kit in there. Got a few of these things, like, you know, just been digging around stuff, to be quite fair, and I think this is. I think why I kept it is like if I wanted to build a convertible out of a out of the heart. I mean, I'll probably keep that just in case I do want to infuse. But again, with this is all 62 Pontiac, 62 Pontiac parts. Yeah, I think 62 Pontiac. And it's got all the custom parts in there. There's probably parts from about 2 different kits. And again, I think I was just keeping that because, you know, you can probably buy one of the retool, new tool ones from 90s, and if you want to build custom, you know, got all custom parts for it. But yeah, things you start finding when you're digging about in boxes, and you know, like I say, must have had them for years. But yeah, really like that. But you know, will I ever do anything with it? Don't know. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could put the convertible top out of that thing in with this, but you know, I think I'm just going to sell it as it is. If I do sell it, I don't know what's happening with any of these at the moment. Not at that part of the process yet. Yeah, what else have we got? Yeah, 62 Lincoln Continental. This is a really, really clean builder, is this one. Yeah, really clean. I've got a couple. I've got a mint one in box, completely unstarted. I've got one which is built as a custom in a box, like. I think this is the only other 62 I've got. Yeah, really clean builder. I think it's missing one tail light, but to be quite honest with you, I think the 65 tail lights fit in there quite well. I think the only difference is with the 65 tail lights, it hasn't got that little bit on end, like. But yeah, chrome's really nice on this thing. All wheels are on it. I'm assuming I've got that elastic band around there for a reason. Yeah, so yeah, it looks like it's got a broken tab on hoods. But yeah, it comes with engine and what have you, but yeah, I'll never get that on there. Oh well, there we go. That's going to annoy the tits out of me now, like. Slot that in there, slot that on there. Yeah, I might have to go back in to photograph later boxes, that one, because that's a really nice example, is that one, like. I mean, I think I've pretty much got, in builder form, I've definitely got everything from 59 onwards, I think. Yeah, I think I'm missing 58. I think I'm I know I'm missing a couple of years. I've got 69, I've got 68, I think. I might not have the 68. I've definitely got a 67. Got the Boxer 68. Sean gave me a builder, and I think that's potentially a 68, so I've just put that in the box, and I'll build, because I'm trying to keep as many of the Lincolns as possible. I think Lincolns, Imperials, unless I got a ton of them, then, you know, I think the Lincolns, Imperials, potentially Cadillacs, you know, but, you know, they're all pretty much probably sticking around for a little while longer. But speaking of Lincolns, move that junk out of the way. I think my friend Rick was selling a load of these originally. You know, Rick buys quite a bit of stuff from me whenever I have it. Listen, I didn't sell stuff for many, you know, 6 months or something, but just circumstances come that I'm having to let some stuff go and what have you. But I think these are all resin. Yeah, I think these are resin, and I don't know if it was the same lot which Rick was selling. Yeah, it seems almost metal. I think that plate's metal. There's definitely some weight to it, which is more than plastic, like. but I'm guessing it's resin. I have no idea, to be quite fair. But yeah, it's chunky, it's heavy. But this is a 4-door, 59 I believe, or yeah, 59 or 60 maybe. 59, even though it says, looking at bumper, it says 1950 on there, so, oh, 1960, there you go, so 1960, yeah, round tail lights on 60 compared to the 59, which was, I think they were more rectangular or sort of ovalish, whatever. Missing, but yeah, I think as I was saying, there was a lot of these resin stuff going about. I think Rick started selling them essentially and as lots, and you know, I think I bought a lot and then discovered that I wouldn't have time to do them, and this came from somebody else who I'm assuming bought another lot off him. But yeah, just I don't know if it's just a tiny attached little smaller than 1/25. I'm not too sure, but yeah, a big chunky thing. Missing windshield frame, obviously. I've got a windshield frame in here, which looks from a essentially something 60ish. I don't know whether to add that into this slot or potentially add it into. I mean, that's if I sell it. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I don't know whether to keep that with it and give it a fine chance. I think, to be quite honest, that just needs to be a custom. There's that whole new roof on it from something else. Don't worry about the rest of it. I mean, it's not bad. It's quite detailed in there. It just feels well heavy. Yeah, probably resin, but yeah, I think it's just really thick, heavy resin. But yeah, I've got a little bag, so I mean, I have no idea from that what that bumper is from. Well, I just can't think off the top of my head. I was looking at it earlier on. I'm sure one of you guys will tell me, but yeah, I don't know why I've got this random bag. I think I must have just put it with that when I bought it, just in case some parts fit it. But yeah, not a great deal of stuff in there. I mean, I think I'm just going to cut the video here, like, you know. Yeah, some hard decisions in that lot, like, to be quite fair. Yeah, some really nice stuff in there, to be quite honest with you. And this is all the kind of, like, I did a big colour stuff last year, back end of last year, and you know, if I had multiples of stuff, then yeah, they probably went. But yeah, and this is kind of my stuff, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the stuff I've always been saving. And like I say, some of them look ropier than usual, but yeah, I've kept them for a reason, because they are actually clean under paint and what have you. But yes, I think we'll call it a day on that one. Yeah, I'm like I say, I'm not going to film everything I'm doing at the moment. It just takes me too much time, and I'll be posting videos, which I'm doing now, in 6 months' time. In fact, I've got like 4 or 5 videos from last December that I filmed and I never posted. I might work them in at some point. I think they're more sort of more cleanly built stuff, not particularly rare stuff, just nice built stuff. I think even some of them I probably sold, so it's most likely those videos, you know, a lot of that stuff isn't even here anymore, like, you know, I've just had to get rid of it, like, so really need to make space, need to make any pending move kind of easy on myself, so. But yeah, if you've been following these videos, really do appreciate you sticking with us. Like I say, I'm just trying to get the channel up and running at the moment. I know I don't have time to build right now. With everything going on, so you know, I do want to get some stuff up, and like I say, hopefully start of next year I'll find some building time, but in the meantime it's just going to be stuff like this, you know, a bit other bits and pieces maybe, but I don't think I'll get anything built this year, so hopefully you're still enjoying it, like, you know. Like I say, there's quite a lot of some of this stuff quite a lot of it. I don't know. You've probably seen before. No, I've been showing it again just before I photograph it. So, thanks again for watching, and we'll just see you in the next one. Okay, see you, bye.